day 166. That would be neat. Feels so good to play the game unimpeded. I'm not actually sure if you can import trophy data from the Blackbridge Grotto. Can you? I think you can. I think that's actually where you do it. So let's go there first. Maybe it's not where you do it. So MANSC. Admin not found. Oops. Worth a try, indeed. Can you import trophy data from here? Can't remember. Yeah. Oh no, it does say I have 0 trophies, so I need to complete that Day of Dare mode. Oh, it's actually kind of annoying. That's fine. Trolls, indeed. Well, I trolled myself by ending the game with 1 gem. That's the real issue. And of course, I ended yesterday with the moon pendant, so I feel bad if I missed this stuff today. What do I even want to do, though? Because I'm mostly stuck on the cipher. And I haven't really thought about it too much, I'll be honest. So I feel like more than anything, I'll need to just sit down with it and figure it out. Unless there is something in the house that would help me. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Because, well, before that, like, can you tell me if, like, it's something that I can just figure out, or if it's something that I'm supposed to, like, find something to help me figure it out? Because on one hand, it's like... And this is the issue with kind of streaming my whole playthrough of the game, is that a lot of the time, I feel like I don't want to be really boring and just, like, mess around just playing normal runs until something clicks. But on the other side, it's like, I don't know, it's tough. You can figure it out with something you will find, but man, oh man, do you need to know what you're looking for. Okay. Oh, interesting. Huh. I wonder if it has to do with the last will and testament. Because where is Joya written? I know Joya is written in the last will and testament. I think that's really the only place Joya is written other than the Joya room upgrade. Well, I think I'll just play a normal run today. Yeah, go ahead. The most painful clue. YB, sorry, YPB, YBP, YBP, BYB, PUB, YBY, PYB, PYB, PYBP, and the words all have one clear thing in common. Okay. Let me look at these real quick. Sure. Let me find the let me pull up my, the U should be a Y? Okay. Let me look at my screenshot of the thing. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 letters and 25 words. There should only be 26, not 28. I see. The first thing I want to do is try to like mark down the positions of maybe the shared vowels with the words. Like there are a lot of A's, there are quite a few I's, there are a lot of E's. So let me see if there's any commonality between all of those. Let's start with A's. So sand has an A. Male has an A. Date has an A. Head has an A. Clam has an A. Peak has an A. Heat has an A. Joya has an A. Toad has an A. Card has an A. Tape has an A. Road has an A. Maid has an A. Slab has an A. Hand has an A. Vase has an A. Safe has an A. Clay has an A. Okay. Let me do that with I. And this might be a fruitless endeavor, but I'm curious about it. Yeah, 26 should be a huge clue. But as of yet, I'm not seeing the big vision. But I'm sure I'll get there too. Pigs have an eye. Male has an eye. I wish I was actually like showing this on stream as I was doing it, but maybe I'll like edit in the note in post. It is what it is. Let's see. Will has an eye. Maid has an eye. Those are all the eyes. Okay. What about E's? Date has an E. Head has an E. Peak has an E. Heat has an E. Well has an E. Tree has 2 E's. Vase has an E. Safe has an E. And toes have an E. Let's look for missing letters real quick. So there's an A, B, C, D, E, F. There's no G. No, there's is a G with pigs. There's H, I, J. There's a K with a rock. L, M, N, O, P. There's no Q. There's an R. S, T, no U. There's a V. There's a W. No X. There are Y's. And no Z. So Q, U, X, and Z are not present at all. What is one thing that all the words have in common? Well, the most obvious one that comes to mind for me is that they're all 4 letters. Aside from that, so the things that the only thing I can think of that like aren't related to the game in any capacity are clam, toad, and clay. And maybe the body parts, like toes. I could see how that like. I mean, I guess the statues would technically have toes, so toes could be in the game. But I know that there's the piggy bank, right? The sand of white, the beach of white sand. Mail in the mail room. Date as in dates to unlock safes. Head as in, you know, the statue's heads. Clam, no idea. Peak, there's the Mount Holly Peak. Heat from like the furnace room. Joya, which is the angel. Well, which is outside. Toad, no idea. Card in the entrance hall, right? The pictures of the cards. Will, as in the last will and testament. Tape, as in like, I guess technically like the recording you see at the beginning of the game, and there are tapes in like the security rooms, right? Legs, the statues of legs. Trees, there are trees around. Road, there's a road like, you know, leading out to Reddington. Maid, there's, you know, the maid quarters and such. Slab and rock are both like things that you can see in the game. Slab, especially like the slabs on top of the tombs. Hand, the statues of hands. Vases, there are vases everywhere. Safe, there's the vault. Clay, no idea. And then toes on the statues, I suppose. 4-letter words, huh? Oh, there are some that are 1 letter off from each other, right? Like heat and head, and well and will. Aha. Okay. Let me start messing with all of those. So heat and head are marked with 1. Head and hand are off. No, never mind. The A's in the wrong position. Male and maid are off by 1. Will and well are off by 1. Hand and sand are off by 1. Clam and clay are off by 1. If you're watching the VOD and thinking, I wonder what Ari is thinking right now, join us on Discord. Yes! Do so! If we're not counting, like, positions, right? Then there would be a couple more, but I'm going to do just, like, in the same position first, just so I don't mess something up. Toad and road are off by 1. Okay. Well, with that in mind, what are the mismatches still? Let me just write down all the mismatches. mismatches so far. So we still have pig. Date. Peak. Joya. Card. Tape. Legs. Tree. Slab. Rock. Vase, safe, and toes. And a couple of these are off by 2 letters. Like pigs and legs are off by 2 letters. Vase and safe are off by 2 letters. Tape and tree are off by 2 letters. I guess Joya and rock are off by 3 letters. But so is toes. Certain words have to be related somehow, and then maybe in pairs, but I'm not sure if pairs is correct or not. And then I'm assuming that one of them will have a missing pair that can be inferred. I'm trying to not take your hint into too much consideration yet. Aside from just the hint that there's a 26th word in here somewhere. Okay, go ahead. That is true. That is true. There's not a 26th word. Interesting. Oh. What is the significance, though, of all the words having 4 letters is the question I'm trying to think of. Hmm. Let me look at something in the game real quick. Hmm. It involves something you know how to do. What the heck? Oh. Huh. It's the family core, right? Oh no. So you saying that makes me think that I need to this is probably overthinking it as well. But it makes me think that I need to convert all of these into numbers, right? So P is what? 16th letter of the alphabet. And I do the same for all of them and then use the core theorem on that. That will be such a pain. But let's give it a shot. I mean, I suppose it's the family core for a reason. So P would be 16. I would be 9. G would be 7. S would be 19. Yeah. So let's see if the core theorem works on this. What do we do? 16 times 9 minus 7, or divided by 7 minus 19. Calculator, where are you? Oh, but if I do 169 minus 7, so 162, times 1 divided by 9, I get 18, which would be S. What about dates? 41155. So maybe this would be 4 times 15. Oh, sorry. 4 minus 1, so 3, times 15 would be 45. Divided by 5 would be 9. That would be I. peak. So that would be 16, 5, 1, 11. 1, 6, 5, 1, 1, 1. 16 minus 5 would be 11. Oh, so it's 16 minus 5, which is 11, times 1, and then divided by 11, so 1, so A. Oh, wait, I'm also doing this in the wrong order. I was going off of the stuff I had written up here, when it is not, in fact, that order. So the correct order would be S blank blank date, which is I, and then peak, which is way later on. Okay. Sand would be 19, 1, 14, 4. So it could be 19 minus 11 times 4 minus 4, or times 4 divided by 4, which would be 8, which would be I. Male. So that'd be 13, 1, 9, 12. 13 minus 1 times 9 divided by 12 would be 9. Huh. I might have messed up somewhere. But I think what I'll do is I'll just like do the obvious things. And then what doesn't make sense, I'll go in and try to optimize to get a lower number. Let's do head. So that'd be 8, 5, 1, 4. So that would probably be 8 minus 5 divided by 1 times 4, so 12, which would be L. Clam. That would be 3, 12, 1, 13. I'm going to skip clam for now. And then come back to that because that's messing me up for some reason. And move on to card, peak, which I've already done. But I'm going to redo it just to be sure. Should be 16, 5, 1, 11. Which would be 11 times 1 divided by 11, which would be, which would be A. What about heat? That would be 8, 5, 1, 15. I didn't put a question mark next to that one because it's not obvious, and what I'm trying isn't working out, so I'm just moving on. Joya. 10, 15, 25, 1. So that could be 150 divided by 25 minus 1, which would be 6 minus 1, so 5, so E. Well. 23, 5, 12, 12. So it could just be 23 minus 5, so 18 times 12 times 12 divided by 12. So I'll just plug that in because it's easy. So that would be R. Toad. 15. Aha. So I made a mistake somewhere. Actually, yeah, okay. So this is... T is 20. You know what might be easier? I might just like... I've been trying to go through it in my head to figure out which letter of the alphabet relates to each number. But I think I'm just going to literally write the alphabet and then the numbers under the alphabet to make things just easier for me. Because I realized that I was messing up the T's is 15 when they're 20. Oh, I was muted. Whoopsies. I redid the date word, which I had T as 15 instead of 20, and got 12, which is L from it. And I redid heat, which I had T as 15 instead of 20 as, and got 20, which is T. So we're on to the third line with toad this time. 20, 15, 1, 4. So it could be 20 minus 15, so that'd be 5, divided by 1 times 4, which would be 20. So I'm going to put T down tentatively. On to card. So that would be 3, 1, 18, 4. Okay. So I'm thinking 2 times 18 divided by 4 maybe. So that would be 36 divided by 4. Half of 36 is 18. Half of 18 is 9. And 9 is I. Next is will, which is 23, 9, 12, 12. 23 minus 9 would be 14. Times 12 divided by 12 would still be 14. Which would be N. Tape would be 21, 16, 5. So 20. Okay, interesting. So it could be 20 divided by 1 minus 16 times 5, which would be 4 times 5. So 20, which would be T again. Legs. That would be 12, 5, 7, 19. 12 minus 5 would be 7. Divided by 7 would be 1. Times 19 would... Oh, so we have the minus divided by and times. Yeah, so that would be 19. Which would be S. Fourth row, a tree. Would be 20, 18, 5, 5. So that would be 20 minus 18 times 5 divided by 5. So that would be 2, which would be B. Road. So that would be 18, 15. 1, 4. So that's probably 18 minus 15 divided by 1 times 4. So that would be 3 times 4, which would be 12, which would be L. Made. That would be 13, 1, 9, 4. 13 times 1 minus 9 would be 4, times 4 would be 16, which would be P. I'm not sure if that's right. Is there anything else? I'll write it down as P, but I don't think that's... I have something messed up on the fourth line here. Slab. That would be 19, 12, 1, 2, which would be 19 minus 12 would be 7. Divided by 1 times 2 would be 14, which would be N. Rock. So 18, 15, 3, and then 11. I'll come back to that one. Next is hand, which is 8, 1, 14, 4. So that could be 81, or sorry, that could be 8 times 11, so 88. And minus 4 would be 84. Divided by 4 would be 21, which would be U. Vase. That would be 22, 1, 19, 5. That could be 22 divided by 1 minus 19, so that would bring it to 3 times 5, so 15, which would be O. Safe would be 19, 1, F, so 6, 5. Okay, so it could be 19 minus 1 to 18, divided by 6, times 5, which would be 3 times 5, so 15. Again? So an O? I don't know. I think I might need to redo some of these. Clay. That would be 3, 12, 1, 25. What if it's 31 minus 21, so 10, divided by 2 to 5, times 5, so 25? Oh, but it could also be times 2 divided by 5, right? So it would be 20 divided by 5 to 4, so D. That makes more sense. Well, I mean, D is a more common letter than Y, so. And then toes. 20, 15, 5, and then 19. Well, it could be 20 minus 15 divided by 5, which would be 1, times 19 for 19. For S. Oh, so with clam missing right now, I have SHILL, shill, blank ATER, so something adder, tints, TINTS, BLPN blank, I guess I'm missing rock as well. And then UOODS. The two like, so I definitely have something wrong. The only word that comes out of that is tints. BLPN blank could be like blueprints, maybe an abbreviation for blueprints or blueprint. But I think I need to. I think I need to refine this a little bit. But it is also very, very late, so I might end up doing that next stream. Now that I have the theory about what I'm supposed to do with it, it shouldn't be that difficult. I just feel that I've messed up some places. Good idea. Good idea. Well, with that being said, I'm going to call it a night. If you enjoyed the video, you should join us for the stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Now, I will say, I probably won't be streaming this following Monday because I have some plans going on, meeting up with some friends to play a game. So I'll probably stream maybe I'll do a Thursday stream later in the week to make up for it. But with that being said, but if you're watching this through VOD, that'll have already happened, so I probably will be streaming on Monday. But with that being said, I will see you next time. Bye.